Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft episode and a very exciting start to the episode. I decided to try using a grafter rather than the branch cutters that I had been using on a couple of leaves that have been cross-pollinated. Up here in the original patch that I was trying to crossbreed coconut saplings, I've just broken a leaf block here and look at that, coconut sapling. Looks like, no, not biome dependent at all. I had a couple of Brazil nut saplings still from the grafter as well, and it's exactly the same pollination. Balsa leaves pollinated with Brazil nut trees or Brazil nut pollen, and yeah, finally popped. So this episode is now going to be about getting some seed oil. Now, just to put that into context, if I put this into here, take the apple back out. So here's the coconut that I got. What's this? From about here. So this is where I finished with the teaks and got Brazil nuts and yeah, so these ones here. So what's that? How long is a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So that's 20. There's 30 odd saplings here. There are a few that I've binned along the way as well, just because I got so fed up with trying to get the right saplings. But wow, that's amazing. We do actually have our only coconut sapling. So what we're going to do now is we'll plant this somewhere. You know what? Let's put it up over the back here. Let's plant this, let it grow, and we'll see. I'm going to put you there. I'm going to kill that, and I'm not even going to keep it. Yeah, so I'll plant that there, let it grow. Hopefully we'll get some more saplings out of it. We can use the branch cutter to do that. We're going to take down all of this wall and maybe move it. We'll see how we go. I want to take down all of the tree breeding stuff that I've been doing, all these stupid trees and paths around the top, just so that I can get to the leaf blocks. So we'll get rid of that. We'll get some more coconut saplings and try and get something happening here. The other thing I do want to do, that needs to be over the machine still. Let's just trim it off though, because we will change this slightly. Yeah, I'm going to want to move around some of this stuff. So what I might do as well is I'll make enough bits for a second farm. I think we've got valve, control, gearbox and hatch already, which is really cool because the original quest told us to make 2 of each. I think the patterns even gave us 2 of each. And then we'll get to making probably a multi-farm that will give us coconuts out of it and start getting our seed oil. Awesome. Also squeezing into this episode, we will move the pyrolyze oven. I haven't changed everything up downstairs like I had hoped to. We jump on our little, go down to the EDF. So yeah, I haven't moved around any of this stuff here yet, but I'm going to need to expand all of this out. So let me expand all this out. We'll fix up the stuff upstairs and hopefully we'll come back with enough stuff and bits and pieces to either, well, both put the pyrolyze oven back in place and get another multi-farm set up for coconuts. Oh, for awesome. All right, I'll see you back here in just a bit. All right, back just for a sec. Our coconut tree has grown and we have, I don't know what those are. Let's go up there and have a look. Cocoa beans, jungle wood, but coconut leaves. Yeah, it's a bit of a mishmash of a tree. So what I was going to do just quickly to test the theory is let's use our grafter on there. Make sure we get at least another couple of coconut saplings out of this. Yes, and they're coming up the same, which is good. Now, I wanted to try the branch cutter. Now, interesting. Oh no, those are falling down. Let's... Branch cutter works. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure why that is not being a happy thing then with the crossbreeding. Oh well, no matter. We do have... I'm going to cut all of these off now. Make sure to work my way in from the outside. As you can see, I've cleaned up the wall. I've gotten rid of a whole bunch of stuff here. All the stuff that we were messing around with for tree breeding is now gone. Let's just get the rest of these. And then we'll just need to mark out what we're going to do for the other multi-farm and where we're actually going to put that. Now, I don't really care too much about cocoa beans, to be honest. But let's see how many saplings we got out of one. Oh, quite a few. And all identical as well. So we have 22 coconut saplings now. Now what we can do, I actually have a treealyzer here. So what we can do, there's a couple of ways of doing this. We can use the magnifying glass or the field kit first. So it depends on how much honey you've got. If you've got this field kit, what you can do is you can analyze the coconut saplings, and oh, actually we just bought one of them because they won't stack otherwise. So one of them will come out. It won't have all of the details there, but what you can then do is put it in the treealyzer even with no stuff. So we've got low sapling count, matures fast, larger height, 1 by 1, average sappiness, not fireproof. Plains, supports jungle, so it tolerates the plains. Yeah, okay. Possible produce, that's what we want. All right, let me run away once more. I will mark out an area for the next oh, we got an extra sapling. Mark out the area for the next multi-farm and see how we go with getting it set up for coconuts. We will need to probably use one of these circuits and program it with some tubes to get it to harvest coconuts as opposed to just chopping down the trees. But we will get that done very shortly. So I'll see you back here once more in just a sec. All right, we are back and I have done quite a bit of things in the background. We have this multi-farm set up here. I had to move it a couple of times just to make sure out of the way there. That house in the background, one of the other guys on the server, Whizball, is actually moving down here as well. So that's nothing to do with my base. Now, we want this to be a different farm from the generic tree farm. So over here, we do have some bits that we've got from earlier. So we've got a soldering iron. We've got a bunch of circuit boards from easiest to more complicated. We're going to take the more complicated one because we want to do all 4 sides of it, and it's copper that we want. So if we go to manual farm and go copper, 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 orchard on every side, throw the intricate one in there, it'll get through and say we've now got 4 orchards. Wahoo! Cool. So that's the orchard side of things done. Now the other thing we're going to want to do. Now I've actually done a few things off camera. I've made some of these elevators from open blocks that I was going to want to put in at some point. I don't know where we're going to put them though. Let's. Ow. Okay. Yeah, and I've also hollowed out a massive space in here. So we're looking at. Yeah, doing a bunch of things in here. I might even get rid of some of this sort of mezzanine here. Now that we've got these elevator blocks. I'll go out this side this time so we can see. Yeah, so there's one farm there, and that'll lead down to, well, that's going to be the nuts. So we're going to have the pipe leading down. I also have to do something about my, let's put that there. I have to do something about the way these pipes are working. I had to take out the stock keeper and the extractor. It was working really well for a little while, and then I just ended up with tons and tons of items in the tubes, bouncing backwards and forwards. Lots of charcoal, lots of wood, all bouncing around. So I've had to remove the stock keeper from there and the extractor from the farm just temporarily while we figure out what's going on there. Now, this is where we want one of these. So we should better go space for up, shift for down. Excellent. In fact, this is going to be amazing to have this. So space, space, and we're up the top. Oh, hooray, that's awesome. All right, so next things we're going to need. We're going to need some water across to this farm. We're going to need some fertilizer. We're going to need to plant the trees ourselves because it is a manual farm. I'm not quite sure what the best pattern is yet to plant these trees. Let's grab, I think trees grow faster. Yeah, I don't know, because we're not harvesting the trees, I don't think it really matters too much whether they take a little bit longer to grow initially. Yeah, let's do that. Right, so let's grab some fertilizer. We've got some of that. We're going to need We've got lots of pipes. Let's just leave those behind for now. We're gonna need power. All right, I might need to duck away again to figure out what I'm gonna do with the power. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. All right, so we want to keep water off to the side as much as possible, and I think I've made water off this side. Yes, farm valve, awesome. This is the only thing that annoys me with this is I haven't got enough room here, really. I could put the water. You know what? Because I've got no room to run underneath this thing, I am going to put this one block up. Actually, we're going to go this way. Awesome, so that's probably going to be a lot nicer. Cool, so let's connect that up, connect that up. Now we should have, yeah, water slowly trickling in there. We want that in there, and then we're just gonna need some power for it. Yeah, that might, I don't know why I didn't just take out this layout earlier. Yeah, I might do that because then I'll be able to walk underneath. All right, I will run away. I need to get some other power cords and bits and pieces so that we can power this thing up. I think I'm just going to run this redstone alloy cable for now. I will have to probably up it to 2 amps for this portion of it. I think that's how it works. Let's give it a go anyway. I'll be back in just a sec with some cable, and what I also might do is, oh, you know what? Haha. Let's throw one of these. There we go. Awesome. So what I am going to have to do is I'm going to have to plant these around here. I might edge this in some bricks so I know where the boundary is as well. And we'll get some trees planted and stuff and get some cables made and hopefully get this to start actually producing some coconuts. And then, yeah, we're just gonna have to send them down to a squeezer or something and get some seed oil out of it. Anyway, I'll see you back here in just a sec. So just briefly, I will fill you in on where we're up to with this. I decided to splash out and put the humus, down anyway, just to make it look a little bit different. Pretty easy to make that. You can just do it in a mixer with some apatite powder and dirt and water, of course. Our first tree has grown. It's a pretty tall one. I'm actually wondering if we're going to end up getting coconuts. Sorry, not coconuts. Cocoa harvested off this as well. We'll see how we go. I have got power running into this at the moment. We have just like this at the moment. So I just have this little battery buffer with a couple of small batteries, a 2 times redstone alloy cable into the farm gearbox. What I'm actually thinking of doing is we'll have the juicer right here next to it as well, and that way we don't have to run cables everywhere. We just need to get power up to here somehow, and that'll probably be steam power, I'm guessing. So I will very quickly just whip up another few things. I may have to get some more branch cutters out and grab some more leaves to fill out the rest of this, but otherwise hopefully that'll mature and we'll actually just start seeing what it's actually going to output in terms of coconuts or cocoa or both, or yeah, and just sort of how fast it's coming out. All right, we're back once more with just a few more pieces. All right, so there are a couple of interesting things happening here. One is that not all of these trees are growing, so I'm going to grab all the ones from underneath. The other is that this hummus is drying out, which I should have realized, so I might swap that out for actual dirt. That will just make it look a lot nicer. Also, the pattern that I put these down in is not, obviously wasn't the best, but what we're trying to do is get them to grow as near the edge as possible, because the canopy is all exactly the same height. So I might be able to, for example, plant one there, get rid of that one leaf block there, and it should grow and spread out more. It also gives us the option of planting something underneath that has lower leaves, but also gives us some seed oil as well, just if we find that the seed oil isn't keeping up enough. Anyway, what we're going to do now, I do have my fluid extractor. Let's just jump on our hidden elevator. We were going to put, in fact, let's put the extractor there. We're going to need items from there down. So yeah, we're also going to need our steam boiler. So I'm going to use the old steam boiler that we had, which was the 2x2 2x2x3 tool. Well, 2 tool for the tank. And I have that. There we go. 4 of those, 8 of those. We need some, yeah, we'll just use those for fluid pipes for now. We're going to need a bunch of wire that we have already. What else do we need? Maybe some fluid pipe for the water. We're going to need some interface pipes potentially. You know what we might be able to do? We might be able to get away with just using, not the fluid, item conduit, just 2 of those instead. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on just doing a really small loop here. Like very small, not even a loop. It's just going to be these from there to there. I don't have the right thing. Anyway, let's just hook that back up, We are getting lots of coconuts out of that. Water, well, water's draining really fast, but that'll come back in. We need to get that. Do I need item conduit? Extracted item has no valid outputs. Item conduit connection to the south. Extract. We need it to be insert. We need that to be active without signal. Hoorah! Cool. So, and we're gonna fluid extract to the bottom, which I don't have my... Yeah. Okay, so where are we gonna put our boiler is the next big thing. We've got water right here. What I'm thinking is we will have the boiler... Maybe we want it in the wall? And then... just, I don't know if this is going to work with the... Let's give it a go. Alright, so we can give it a bit of room. I don't know if that is straight up to the top or not. Alright, so we are going to want water coming into there. Yeah, I don't have my... So handy having those elevators there. Now I want 2 of these. I want... Where did I leave it? That one, the Yeta wrench, and I want the other wrench. Where did I put my wrench? There's one, but it's gonna be dead really soon. It's alright, it should be enough. Let's shortcut up that way, and then down there. Awesome. Actually, I don't need the Yeta wrench now that I think about it. Yeah, okay. that is not going to be the way to do it. We are going to need water down the bottom. And keep it away from the sides so that it doesn't burn. All right, water. All right, so, and now we need to, what I might do is let's fix this a little bit. And we're going to want that to go up, but then it's going to have to come under a little bit, so that's okay. We're going to need a few bits and pieces. So we're kind of trying to do a lot in this episode. I need, what do I need? I need maybe some junction pipe. We've got those other two. I've got another stock keeper chip, which I'm going to use. We are going to need, well, we are running out of space. We are going to need a stock keeper chip too. If we right click that, match options, refill when items are missing, let's just left click on that to keep, I don't know, 8. 8 will do. We have enough junction pipes and things. Wooden pipes, stuff for the steam, basic steam turbine. Awesome. Back up to here, down to here, and we might have to upgrade these water pipes. Maybe. We'll see how we go. And we might do a better water pipe than that. All right, so there's the bottom level of the farm. That's good. Awesome. So we can make sure we have some better water pipes going to there. We're going to need this coming actually, we're going to want a junction pipe. Awesome. And then our interface pipe will be there. We won't keep it stocked just yet because we need to fix the water situation. This pipe is going to be going, this is the other interface pipe. We'll put it there, and then we'll grab the stock keeper from there, put it back up in there, grab the spare one of those. We have not got enough item transport pipes. So I'll grab a few more things. What I'll do is I'll hook all this stuff up off camera, get some better water into here. What we're going to do is we'll put that stock keeper with charcoal in there to keep that going. I might just run the steam out the side. Maybe out the side. Let's put it like there. So steam will come out of there. We'll grab, keep it away from the, so steam out the top. Actually, we've got another one of these. Let's go this way. Now, this is rigged to run 1600 millibuckets per second. Awesome. So that can go that way. And that is exactly what this one steam turbine will do. And what I'm going to do is we'll just run 1 amp all the way over to there, and this one should keep up with both. We'll see how we go. We may need to add a second one of these and upgrade the steam boiler, but I'm picking that these aren't going to be running all the time. We're also going to need to grab the mulch out of here, which will be another one of these interface pipes running back to there. Cool. All right, I'll be back in just a sec. I'll collect a few more pipes and fix up this water stuff because I do want to actually get on to having a tank underneath. In fact, what I'll do as well, just quickly off camera, is we'll make, yeah, there's the hole there that the seed oil is going to come down. So we might put the tank, yeah, we can run it over here somewhere. I might just set up another steel tank over here. Anyway, I'll be back in just a bit. Hopefully I'll get the steel tank and some of that pipe sorted out, and we'll see how we're going in a sec. So what I ended up doing is I ended up putting another elevator block up there just so that we could head up and trim the leaves that we needed to trim. This has actually worked out pretty well. Wherever I've put a hole in the leaves, I've planted one, and I've got a nice canopy up there going on. Now down here we have upgraded our water. We have everything pretty much in place. All the piping is there. There's nothing in these things yet apart from that original stock keeper. That reminds me, I do need another stock keeper chip. We've got some extractors. We've got this stock keeper, which is set to pull 8 of those. And what we'll do is we will throw that in there now. And this should, we've got water. Come on. And I've tidied up this a bit, gotten rid of that old fuel line that was going through there. Awesome. So what we might do is we might just see what mode we left this in. Ooh. We left it in fill when items are missing. Nah, fill when items are missing is probably what we want for that one. And that'll just keep 8 in there. Awesome. And that'll keep going. Now this is gonna take a while to get up to temperature. It'll be a lot slower at using charcoal once it is up to temperature. Now over here, what have we got? We have got this set with mulch, some seed oil. I wanted to make sure we got the mulch out of there. So let's just grab half of the mulch. We want to grab just mulch. Whitelisted, checked, all dictionary ignored. Extraction not simulated, we probably don't need that for this one. Throw that in there. And that should take the mulch out. Maybe we do need to simulate. Because it is on the front of the machine, so we do need to simulate. Maybe from the bottom. There we go. Cool. So that'll lead down to here where I have a drawer over there with some mulch in it. Now, we made this here while I was away as well. This is just an empty tank. It's got the pipe leading over from there. So now what we should be able to do is set this to fluid auto output, which is set to output down. This is going to take a bunch of coconuts out into there. The other thing we are going to need, I've just realized, is we're going to need a stock keeper chip here to keep fertilizer in it. That's not... Do I have any? Cool, steam there, awesome. The steam may not output. Oh no, it should output, that's fine. We've got a little power over there, power's all hooked up to there. This is still not going. I need to fix up some stuff with how that actually works. But let's go over here and go down to the workshop. Throw the mulch in there. Awesome. Now I added another one of these. Zip over here. Look at that, getting some seed oil. Awesome. So this will be all good for next time when we want to move, use the seed oil and the methanol. What I might do though is I might move the methanol tank over to here somewhere, just to make sure we're okay with what we're going to do. For that, there's a couple of things I still need to sort out in my head about how we're going to do that. Anyway, I think that is probably about us for this episode. We've gotten the seed oil that we want to get. I have everything running except for, as I said, I have put a halt. Yeah, here we are. So here's the stock keeper and the extractor chip from over here, I believe, and no, one from that oven and one from the farm up above. That's to stop everything bouncing around. So what I might do is I'll leave the setup the way it is in terms of logical layout, but I'll move that oven up next to the tree farm and have just the wood going straight into the oven, the same as I've done with the seed oil, and that will help us not have stuff bouncing around all the time in the pipes. But otherwise, good episode. I will see how much the seed oil keeps up. We may have to plant some smaller trees in here like cherries or Brazil nuts just to get some extra leaf blocks making stuff. But those coconuts have quite a bit of seed oil, so we should be good. Anyway, that is all from me. As always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.